Hello everyone. For this video, I'm going to be talking about countries I want to move to when I'm older. I want to move me and my family over. I have two countries I'll be fully safe in, and two countries that I'll be potentially safe in. The two countries that I'm fully safe in living in, Russia and the United Arab Emirates. I think are two best countries to live in 2025. I think the best would be, Russia for raising a family. They have strong culture. They have very strong culture. They have a leader who defends their nation and cares about their nation and their economy and their people. 90% of people in Russia are Russian. They have amazing history, some of the best history in the entire world. And their government serves the people's interests. They're not a country that gets fucked with. You see NATO tried fucking with Russia. US fucked with Russia several times. They promised NATO wouldn't expand across Germany, and for the deal, NATO passed far across Germany and onto Russia's borders. And Ukraine was about to join NATO. There's talks before the Ukraine war, and you see what the Allies. You see what NATO did in the Middle East, taking down all the innocent governments that aligned with Russia, that had the same viewpoints as Russia, having strong culture, not being a slave to the UN, not being a slave to the banking system, not taking out loans. Muammar Gaddafi didn't take out loans from the UN. He got his punishment for that. He had free colleges, free housing. There's no unemployment in Libya. The citizens had the best life in Libya. Life in Libya was better than life in the United States. I hope you know that. And Libya was a prosperous and rich nation. Same with Iraq under Saddam Hussein. It was a good nation. And it was taken out because it did not align with the banking system. And it served its own people. Of course Russia is afraid, because they don't align with the banking system. They do not align with the UN or NATO. The NATO alliance has been expanding far past what it was supposed to. And it was about to go on Russia's borders. Ukraine is ethnically Russian, speaks the same language. All of Russian history comes from the Ukraine land. And it is a line drawn by Wilhelm II in World War I. That is the reason the Ukraine is even a thing in the first place. And it's a completely justified war. It's a completely justified war on the side of Russia. Russia started one war, and our media and our countries go crazy. And we hate Putin, we hate Russia, we call him a dictator, a warmonger. The United States, from the Cold War to now, started about 3 to 5 wars. They started a war in Libya, Iraq, Afghanistan, and nobody talks about it. Nobody cares. They're completely unjustified wars, and we destroyed prosperous nations in the Middle East. We staged coups in Syria. We staged a coup in Egypt. All of Israel's neighbors, we basically flipped their governments. We flipped the governments of 5 nations, being Iraq, Libya, Egypt, Syria, Lebanon. And you think we're not the warmongers? We most definitely are. And that's just the thing in the Middle East. Look at everything we did in Africa. The peacekeeping missions in Africa, the loans in Africa. Hey, we went to war so much more times since the collapse of the Soviet Union to now. The United States has started 10 times more wars than Russia has. And now Putin's the bad guy. The US was the bad guy the entire time. Putin was innocent. And he was restoring the Russian motherland and defending his own people from NATO aggression. And they kept on expanding, and Russia tried to negotiate, but it didn't work. They gave him 18 years to try and negotiate with, and nothing worked. Now we call him a dictator and a warmonger. Well, they have a leader that serves their people's interests and will fight for their people and ethnic Russians. Their economy is good, their culture is strong, they're strongly Christian. They have a strong Christianity, and Christianity is promoted in Russia. And strict Christianity too, not some weak ass shit we have in America and Canada. And hey, maybe porn might be banned. Who wants to watch porn? It's not even good anyway. I moved to Russia. I want to see if the video is still filming, because sometimes it automatically turns off. Okay, just so the video doesn't turn off automatically for some stupid reason. And then there's the United Arab Emirates. And taxes in Russia, the most you'll be taxed is 20% at max. But it's 10 to 20% taxes in Russia. So people might say, oh, their economy is not insanely well. Hey, maybe they do. Maybe they do have the economy of America. That's pretty good. Or maybe they have the economy of Britain. But they also have half the taxes that America and Britain have. You can talk shit about their economy, but they have half the taxes. So it makes them ever the more better than every other nation. Because an average NATO country, 40% taxes, even here in British Columbia, a total of 40% taxes. And the least you'll get in a NATO country is 30%. 30 to 40% taxes of what you get in NATO. In any NATO country, and in Russia you get 10 to 20%. That is half the taxes. And you get, well, it's much like Canada. Your country's literally the size of a continent. There's nothing in Russia that you can't go to. You have mountain ranges, you have mountain biking. There's so much outdoors you can do. You can go fishing, you can go boating. There's nothing that Russia has that Canada doesn't. Canada and Russia are much like the same nation. Much like the same nation. And the thing is, the United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates, they have zero taxes. This is the country I'm going to be a citizen of. If I were to be a citizen of one country, it would be the United Arab Emirates. And Russia, the only reason I'd be a Russian citizen is because of their Christianity. But the United Arab Emirates I'd be a citizen of because I don't want to pay taxes. And I want my taxes to be prosperity for their nation. I want to build a house. I have the same vision for the United Arab Emirates as I do as the people who lead the nation. Like the Sauds. I don't even know who leads them. But as I have the same vision for the UAE and Dubai as the king does. As the king of their nation. And the king of their nation, whoever it is. I don't know his name. I don't know anything about him, but I just know. I mean, this makes me seem super stupid, but I want to build an economy. I want to build factories, I want to build infrastructure, and I want to build beautiful buildings inside the United Arab Emirates. And knowing I have the freedom, and other businessmen and myself have the freedom to do that as much as we want, that's an amazing feeling. And they might be like, well, you can't build normal houses. Well, I don't want to build normal houses either. I don't want the country to look like shit. I want the country to be beautiful. I want this to be like a paradise, like a paradise. And they have the same vision for that. They built the Burj Khalifa. They keep on making it better and better, doing billion-dollar mega projects. Like the one where they put the whole earth onto an island. It didn't go too well, but at least they did something. I like that. And I also like, I like stuff like that. That's why I would live in the UAE, to make it more prosperous. My taxes would be making the nation more prosperous. That's what my taxes would be, and I would voluntarily do it. Because they stand more for my freedom than them having money. That's why I would stand for that government. And they have strict Islamic culture. We share many values with Islam. We don't believe in the same things. Our gods are different. I mean, our God is different than what they believe in. But we stand for much of the same things. We have many of the same enemies. Our enemies are theirs enemies. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think that's something that Christianity and Islam has been missing. And even though we disagree, we should temporarily fight battles alongside the Muslims to conquer the temporary enemies. We can fight later. Islam should be the last enemy of Christianity. The last people we should be fighting on earth is the Muslims. Because we have the most in common with them. We have the most in common with them. Out of anyone on earth, Judaism wants to kill Christianity outright. Atheism is the religion, is Satanism, disguised in sheep's clothing, and Christianity and Islam both know this. Atheism is having their things of earth as your God. And Christianity and Islam, if they united more, if they had more unity, tackling things like atheism and Judaism is much more important than fighting each other. Yeah, I have the same vision as the Muslims in that scenario. And Saudi Arabia, I have the same views as. The only reason why I put Saudi Arabia as a second tier is because Saudi Arabia, they're the type of people I feel like they're the type of people who'd be like, wear this turban, bow down to Mecca, bow down to whatever, Allah, or be killed. Die or get out of our country. Which I have a strong feeling that might happen inside of Saudi Arabia, but not in the United Arab Emirates. But the United UAE, I have a little bit of fear that might happen. That they might just not tolerate Christianity at all. And that's the only reason that I might be afraid of going there. Because there's such strict Islams that if I don't convert to Islam, I can't be in their nation. I'm a little afraid. I am afraid of that. And Russia doesn't do that. Russia's Christianity, a mix between Christianity and Islam, but mainly Christian. And Putin is a Christian too. I support Putin in the things he does. Yeah, the only thing I wouldn't like Putin on is his strategic alliances, but I guess you can't not pick sides. You have to pick a side in geopolitics, even though it might all be the same. But yeah, the alignment with China would be the only iffy thing. But yeah, I support Russia 100%, and I support the UAE 90%. The 10% being because of Islam being enforced. I respect Islam. I respect Islam a lot, and I think a lot of the things they say are true. Many of the things Islam says are true, and I'll be friends with many Muslims. But the thing about Islam, I think the reason why Islam doesn't have as many followers as maybe it could, well, is because their forcefulness of enforcing their religion on other people, or facing death, which not a good thing. A Muslim would have to convince me otherwise. But Eastern Europe too would be a potential because they have strong culture, everything's cheap, and just for the good quality of life. A village in Transylvania or a village in Hungary or Slovakia, the roads, the highways, beauty. The women in there are so beautiful. The women inside of Eastern Europe are some of the best in the world. They're diamonds. They're undiscovered diamonds that nobody knows about because they're Orthodox Christianity. And you can, racing in supercars would be super cool because they don't have any road laws. There's 0 road laws in Romania, and in Germany you can go 500 on the highway. That'd be super cool. And Eastern Europe would be cool though, and all the history there too. And business in there would be booming because everything's so cheap, and they're in desperate need for jobs too. Romania lost 6 million people. A big percentage of their I'm talking over 5% of their population probably, just from emigration because they couldn't get good jobs. If you create jobs inside of Romania, or Serbia, or Bulgaria, or Hungary, or Slovakia, any Eastern European nation, if you create jobs, it's gonna go good. And China, I would never go to because they're Marxist and communist. That's the number one enemy. That's Satan himself, revealed, uncloaked version of Satan. Is the camera still going? Uncloaked version of Satan is Marxism and communism. I don't want to step foot in China. Maybe I will one time. Who knows? Maybe I will. But I would avoid it. I would avoid stepping foot in China ever. But I wouldn't completely close my mind. Oh, the camera stopped. But I was talking about how Americans are, how the coups control the world, and Israel controls the entire world. And how moving to America would be, only reason I'd move to America is because of just like the guns and the amount of fun you can have. And moving to Miami would be so cool. And just the culture, they're my people. They're actually my people. Like the Americans and Canadians, they're my people. Like, we have the same culture and everything, and we talk the same, and we like the same things, and we go boating, and we shoot guns, and we go mountain biking. and we say, hey, yeah, talk shit the same way. It's our same culture. Englishness. I'd never move to the UK, never move to France, I'd never move to any Western European area. I live in Russia or the United Arab Emirates or Dubai. UAE and Dubai are the same thing, and in Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe, Russia, and United Arab Emirates would be the only places I would live if I had infinite money. And like, I'd buy properties and everything, I'd do this and this and this in this country, but in the terms of living, Eastern Europe, Russia, and United Arab Emirates would be the places I would go. Moscow is so beautiful. The only problem is I might have to learn Eastern European Slavic language, like Russian, Romanian, Slovakian, Hungarian, Polish. They're all like the same language, they just got different... They're all like the same language, but they have different dialects. And the dialects are different for all those languages. But yeah, I'd have to learn Russian though, but that's fine. If you go to a country, you have to speak that language. It's pretty stupid not to. Yeah, it'd be a shame to go to Russia and not speak Russian. It would be an insult to their nation. I don't want to insult Russia. I'd have to learn Arabic too, because I don't want to insult the United Arab Emirates. But those are only two languages. I'm learning the Slavic language and Arabic, and that's it. But yeah, Orthodox Christianity, I think they're best. They're the best form of Christianity. Because Roman Catholic has been corrupted for a long time, having a woke pope. Even since the 1500s, they lied about the Bible. They've been corrupt for a very long time. The Protestants, they're the ones who created America. They're the ones who created the British Empire. The Protestants are the ones who created the Swedish Empire. And the whole Western world was built by Protestants. But they have fallen in the last 50 years. The Protestant has died. Protestantism has died in the last 50 years. It's been killed in recent times. With our tribulations of our modern day world, Protestantism has proven that it cannot stand. The only version of Christianity that has stood the test of time is Orthodox Christianity. It's never left. It's upheld communism, our modern tech era, the modernism of today, and it's withstood the corruption of the Catholic Church and stuff like that. It's withheld the test of time for over 2,000 years. The Catholic Church couldn't do that. It was corrupt. It was created by elites. The Roman Catholic Church was run by elites, and they did scams, even though they believed in Jesus. They did scams and they fell. They're still good religion. They're still good denomination, and they're still righteous, and they're still good in their ways. Protestantism is still good in their ways, and is still righteous. But Orthodoxy has stood the test of time, and uniting with them is the best thing, but also you can't betray your own denomination of Christianity, so I'm still Protestant. I don't think going to Orthodoxy is something you can just do. I think you have to be Slavic, or you have to have historical roots to that. But my historical roots are Protestant. So I'm Protestant. I'll stay that way. And yeah, I don't know anything about South America. I don't know anything about like Mexico and stuff. Oh, I was at church and these two girls were like, "You should move to Mexico. You should move to It's like a mini version of Canada." Dude, the Mexicans are literally run by Chinese government puppeted cartels. Cool, you went to one good resort. Their whole country's shit. Like, I don't want to just live in a resort. Like, their whole country's a shithole. Their economy is absolute crap. They're barely surviving. They live off drugs. Off the drug trade. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Have you seen anywhere of Mexico that's outside a resort and seen it not be a shithole filled with homeless? No, I don't think you have. But yeah, South America I don't know anything about. Don't know anything about South America. It's kind of like the forgotten continent. Was not involved in either world wars. South America is they're the most forgotten continent. Zero things happen over there. Very minor things have happened over there in South America. I don't know anything about South America or the economics of it all. But yeah, East Asia has been exploited for too long by the coups. And the corporates and the governments have been exploiting them for all this time. I think it might have been, I don't know. I can't say anything, oh, it would have been better under Hirohito. No. I don't know if it would have been better under Hirohito. Probably not. It would probably just been the same exploitation. And yeah, Russia, Eastern Europe, and United Arab Emirates were the only ones who could think of that I'd actually be welcome to actually serve their nation. Canada, no. Too atheist, too cowardly. Even though they're my people. But no. I don't stand with that. America is a maybe. Just because America's so freaking cool. I don't know what it is about America, but it's so freaking cool that I would want to live there. I'll live in, I think the most attractive state is Florida. That's the most attractive state. I don't know why. I don't know why, but yeah. No, I don't know which state's the best. I know the states are much different than one another, but yeah. I don't think there's much about America that's much different than Canada, other than a better economy and less taxes. And a little bit more freedom than Canada too. Canada leans communist, pretty much. It's very sad. That's about it. Another thing is, with what's my dream life? I haven't thought about this enough. I've thought about it, but not enough. What do I look like? My dream life looks like I'd have probably 20 kids. Probably around an army of children. Some teenagers, some little, some very little, some babies. An army of kids. I don't know if I want multiple wives. I mean, it's very tempting. It's very tempting to have multiple wives as a man, just to have more kids, and I mean, it's kind of like a cow, and it's just milked off pleasure. It's milked off pleasure. I'd feel like a cow. I feel like a cow being like, I don't know. I think my dopamine receptor would be milked to absolute shit, and it would feel so good. I don't know why. That's just what it feels like. What it would feel like. My dopamine receptor is milked. Whoa, that's a little messed up. But my dopamine receptor is being activated by 2 people, or 3 people, or 4. Yeah. You'd have more kids, definitely. It's a very tough decision to make, because, like, for me, I wanna, like, leave the earth and, like, leave a mark and have a whole bunch of good people brought into the world. 100 good Christian, God-fearing men who'll someday wake up thousands of people. And like 100 Christian warriors would be very cool. And 100 billionaires later on leading their own nations and leading their armies into battle, like stuff like that. Having 100 sons would be very cool. But one woman can't do that. One woman can maybe bring up 10 kids. That's the thing I don't like. Because I want to have like 100, I want to have an army of kids. But yeah, it's a very tough decision. Let's say I had one wife. Situation with one wife, let's go over that situation. I have one wife and I have 10 kids. We live in a castle. And we live in like a village of castles. Aligned with people who want only the best in life, only care about self-improvement and the improvement of the people around them. People only care about God, don't give a shit about anything else other than themselves and God and other people, and the people around them. And who truly want the best for the kingdom of heaven. And I think the village people would be very important. Because that would be massively influential on my kids. Maybe more influential than I'll be. Truly. And yeah, I live in a castle, in a massive castle. Like, massive castle. Everything will be medieval. Tatarian architecture. Architecture and art will be everything inside of my house. I'm gonna have that glass that the Catholics have, that glass that provides healing. The holy water. The fountains. I'm gonna have a water fountain. It's gonna be called the water fountain of goodness and righteousness. And it's going to be water, but it's going to have so much righteous symbolism on it. It's going to be decked out with symbolism, so the water is blessed. Oh, my camera battery. Why does my camera die every time? I think I barely charged it though. And the water will be blessed. And the food we have will be from a farm. And they'll be basically killers, pretty much. I envision the life of my kids being like the life of Brave, but just like her having fun, not having to be a princess. So they can just ride their horse whenever they want and shoot bow and arrows into the sky and climb mountains. That's what I want my kids to do. And Well, that's for my sons. For my daughters, holy, I really don't know. Be happy. No. For my daughters, be adventurous. And be adventurous and righteous and help other people. That'll be their focus. Helping other people will be the focus for my daughters, because every single woman I know prioritizing helping other people end up being the best and having lots of responsibilities too and being super feminine and guided by some man at all times of their life, whether it's me or whether it's the man they go with. And yeah, I'll probably have them dating early, probably at 16 or 14, depending on who they are. But yeah, that's pretty much my dream life. I'll get some more footage, but I really need to charge my camera battery because I haven't really done it much today. I gotta go. I'm tired of shit. One sec. Cut the camera up a little bit. Okay. Hi. Starting of a new video. I feel like shit, but it's all fine. This is literally in my front of my thingy. Okay, I'm in reverse. Okay. That's drive. That's reverse. I don't even know if I'm in drive or reverse or some shit like that, so I just gotta like predict it. But no, I'm driving. Wait, no. I'm in manual right now. Neutral. Now I'm in drive. Okay. I'm doing car vlogs. So, car vlogging's good. And I'm gonna have to go in 2 seconds. But what am I gonna do today? Well, I'm gonna work pretty much all day until 5. And when I'm done working, decide from there. I'll take a couple of photos of what I do at work. This is what I did. I won't take any videos, but I'll just take photos of what I did at work. I'll probably arrive late because I have shit to do over here too. I'll probably work for like 6 hours today. Or probably 5. But, yeah. Gotta take out the garbage. Okay. Okay, now I'm putting the camera back into position. I hope it's good. I'm not gonna go check on it. It'd be nice to have like a camera app where I could see what my camera sees on my phone. I don't know how to do half things in this camera. I barely even know how to use it. Drive, okay. Alright. Oh, I'm in manual. Oh, that's a good thing. I'm gonna back out. care more about the camera than driving safety. Hard to talk in front of a camera. When you have a camera in your face, it's kind of just like this pressure to perform. I could definitely see why now that like celebrities and like content creators have all these problems and they just want to frickin' rest. It does kind of suck having your entire life in front of a camera. Like in a way it's good, and like I love doing it, but like holy, I can see why these celebrities are fucked. Like, I'm not even talking about celebrities in general, just like content creators. People who are famous. Like I see their stress now. There's like always gotta entertain an audience even when you're gassed. Even when you're on your worst day, you still gotta find a way to entertain. Even though nobody's watching this, it's still super hard. Even to like the production of these videos, like it's not easy. Like producing these videos, I gotta go on my computer, upload the files and all that shit, all that technical shit. I don't even edit my own videos. Like uploading the files takes an hour alone. It sucks. But yeah, all the technical shit. But yeah, it's not too bad. But I could imagine like being a celebrity or being famous would, oh wow, it would be hard. It would be super hard. Yeah, depending how good you are at making systems. Like doing it all by yourself. Oh, I see the pain now. As soon as anyone else watching this does YouTube, they'll realize how like they'll start to relate to content creators and shit like that. Well, I'm gonna go out of the car. I had breakfast already, and that's about it. I pretty much just woke up. It's 10 o'clock. So yeah, that's it. Bye. So yeah, I have the right camera angle. Today, I don't even know the day today, but I know that it's probably September 24, 2025. What I'm gonna do is something I should have done for a while. Ever since January 21, 2023, I promised I would try in life. I promised I would go full kamikaze when it comes to becoming rich and successful and self-improvement. It's been 2.5 years from that. And, yeah, I've kind of failed. Yeah, literally 2.5 years, yeah. But, yeah, I've kind of failed. I have improved so much since that time. And I know there is things I need to improve on still. But, as a human being, I've expanded by 100 times. I know so much. I'm way richer than I was before. I'm way more articulated. I read books. My day looks completely different than it did before. But there's no calculation in that. I'm not where I'd like to be. And I'm 16 now. And it's about time to take life a little serious. More serious. I know there's still a thing. Even though I say I can improve on this, I can get better at reading. I can get better at videoing. I could get better at articulating myself. I could get better at conversations. Not moving my face when I talk. Knowing how to do body language. All that stuff I can improve on. But saying I'll do it and doing it is a completely different thing. And I think in my life, in the last 2.5 years that I promised I'd self-improve, I've half delivered on the promise. I've done half of what I was supposed to do. And I only did 50% of what I promised I would do every single time. So, I went to my shop, where I'm all alone, to make a plan here on camera. For the last 3 days I haven't uploaded because I've been sick, but I'm starting to think that my sickness is just an illusion of feeling bad. So I'm going to be back to uploading daily videos, starting on September 29, I believe that's the date of tomorrow. The day I'll be uploading this video to. And yeah, it's the night time right now. And I've been lazy all day, I haven't done much today. So, may as well make this day a little bit more meaningful. Just like January 21, I never thought that would be a meaningful day. But on the bus to going to ice skating, I thought to myself, all it took was a thought and a plan. All it took was one thought and one plan to improve to change the trajectory of the next 2.5 years of my life into a positive, progressive, successful way. It took one thought and one plan to change the day. I did nothing that day. I still remember what I did that day. I went ice skating. My friend Hunter went couple skating. I sat on the bench, I tied another kid's skate, and I did it terribly. And yeah, I told my friend I had a crush, but yeah, didn't tell him much more specifics. But yeah, then I made a plan, and it completely changed it. Maybe the plan failed, maybe it did. I'll reveal the plan later, but the politics of the game still apply. Therefore, I will not tell a story. But I made a plan to become successful and rich, and it's backfired in every single good way. So I'm making a plan again because executions work, and all it takes is one thought and one plan to win the next 4 years of my life. I'm gonna be resetting this video so I can lock in and so my camera doesn't automatically stop the video like it does every single time. Okay. One sec. Boom, video button. So, I haven't thought at all beforehand of what I'll be writing down, but whatever comes to my head, I'll make a plan to execute. And I'm now videoing this, so now I have some ground. So, if I don't execute, I'm kind of a fail on me. What's in my pocket? So I'm already getting shop keys. Okay. What's something every single man wants and man should get by the time they're 20? This is called the 4-year plan. By the time September 2029 hits, I have to have these things. I'll be 20 years old by the time September 29. By the time September 28, 2029 hits. But the 4-year plan, just say it's October 1, 2029. So I'll write that down. And a little bit of steering wheel in my way. So, right on here. September 30, 2029. 4-year plan. I need more papers. 1 second. Everyone wants women. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Something every man wants. But that comes as women are a byproduct of your hard work and creativeness and resourcefulness. But What are my goals for making money? What car do I want? What type of person do I want to be? How many friends do I want? Do I want to live anywhere? People, place. What are the 5 senses? Okay, let's not get nerdy about all this. Okay, so 1. Live in. I want to live in Dubai or Russia. / somewhere safe, because it's going to be 2029. The world is going to be so much more unstable. The world is going to be such a different place from it is 2025. It's going to be unrecognizable from 2025. Therefore, never, like, what was the place 4 years ago? Best place in the world? Probably America. Yeah, how the world has changed. Yeah, 2021, the good places from 2021 changed a lot. / best country. / good country. 2. Enough money to raise a family. Money to raise a family. Um, 3. Not one thing directed anywhere without God. Every hour used like a troop. Every hour used like troops. God in everything. All plans and thoughts and actions. I might get a list of stuff I want to learn about. Every single paper, when it's done, I'll reset the video just so it doesn't cut. Okay, so 4. Have a killer friend group. Have a friend group full of killers. Group. Maybe not killers, but sure, killers. I know what I mean. Uh, 5. Ready to have a kid at any moment. Ready to have a kid at given moments. This might be crazy. Might be the most ambitious one. 6. Get married. Yeah, next 4 years, my plan is to get married. Um, 7 will probably be, I mean, these have been very basic. Probably be self-autonomy, complete self-autonomy. Self-autonomy. Boom. Wow. I'm gonna reset the video. Okay. Have 100,000 followers on the internet. And I also want to live the life of a president. Nope, that goes more with 3. Be able to affect politics. Be able to affect politics. Okay, so that's the first one. I know you can't see it. So I'll put the one I did on 3 in 1 instead, and swap 1 and 3. So number 1, use every hour like a troop, like troops, every day like a battalion, every single week like an army, and win a war every month, and win battles in the months, and win wars in years. That's what Andrew Tate said. Very true. Okay. So, how do I use my hours? Every single hour of my life, documented, either on camera or on paper. And how am I gonna do it? Hour of my life documented, whether on camera or paper. Paper. Use calendar to dictate my days. My days. Okay, 4-year plan. 4-year plan to dictate my days. The idea is inspired by Jake Paul when he made a 5-year plan for 2030. Yeah. I can actually get this one done right away. And make every hour go to a plan of mine. Hour. Go to a plan of mine. Okay. Align with God. How? How am I going to do that, you might ask? Every single time I have an undocumented hour, 60 push-ups, 1 push-up for every single minute I do. Royal punishment. I'll call it royal punishment because I'm the king of my own life. Thing is, I'm gonna go from 50% execution to 100. That's the difference between your rich man and John D. Rockefeller. That's the difference between like a man like Jake Paul and John D. Rockefeller when it comes to wealth. That's millions, a millionaire to a billionaire. I wonder what Jake Paul's gonna be in 2029, but I bet by the time 2029 hits, I won't give a flying shit about Jake Paul. That guy's 2029? That guy's gonna be 13 years old on the internet. Wow. The internet will be dead though. It's gonna be taken over by AI is my theory. Yeah, AI is already taken over the internet. They're gonna have to do shit to make that not happen. Okay, the royal punishment. 1 push-up for every undocumented minute. Minutes. Okay, is it still filming? I'm paranoid. I'm like Stalin. One sec. Boom. A double click. I don't want it. One push up from any one. I did that in messy handwriting. 4. 1 unseen minute. By the way, it's raining. It's so hard outside. Whether it's on camera or on calendar. Must write every single day. Must video plus write every day. For now, I have this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is kind of it's a seed. Definitely, it's a little, it's not the real thing. We're in beta version right now. This is beta. Like, this is like Minecraft, but with just grass and stone. You all have seen like Fortnite in 2015. If you see the videos of like Fortnite in 2015, you would understand. Then you see Fortnite. This is a beta version of the YouTube channel. Plus, write every day. Review plans 2 times every day. Review plans 2 times a day. If not, if not, 50 squats. I hate squats. I can barely do 10. No, I can't do more than 10, but you know what I mean. And I'm gonna make another paper for number 1. First thing I want. And have a heavenly grand battle plan for Earth. For life, interconnected, with all plans to glorify God. Okay, and the 4-year plan is a part of one grand battle plan. That's number 1. So now that I get this one, boom. I don't know if you guys saw that. Okay, but if you want a hint, I wrote it all down. So, with number 1, what else do I want? Okay, I want to know. Okay, I'll do it like school. I'll do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, Z. Not LGBTQ. I'm gonna hate myself for saying that. A, learn to draw in cursive. Draw. Learn cursive. B, learn. Okay. Learn daily battle plans. Daily and weekly battle plans and tactics. By the time this thing's gonna be done, so much girls are gonna be chasing me, it's gonna be insane. They'll see a man who actually has his life together, because they can see it on you. When you execute 50% of the time, they see it on you. Plan. / tactics. C is going to be becoming a master on camera. Can go into 8. Dictate my day. Have king's command. Have king's command in my mind. Practice. One time a day. To do something hard. Okay, well, I'm gonna reset the camera. I know I've done this like 10 times, but I don't want this video to cut out. Imagine the video wasn't filming. Okay, good. Oh, that's just my anxiety. It's a bad stuff inside of me too. But I really don't want this video to go away. I'm ready to do something hard. Okay. D in part 1. D's nuts. No, it's not 2022. I remember when I was in grade 5, when I was in grade 2, when I was in grade 4, when I was in grade 5. Like, I used to measure my life by grades. I had a stage in my life where I'd measure my life by Fortnite seasons. Yeah, that was like when it was like chapter 2, season 6. That was like when it was chapter 3, season 2. I literally used to measure my life in Fortnite seasons. I like, for that period of my life when I was in 6th, 7th grade, And the early on in 8th grade, I actually used to measure my life in Fortnite seasons. I still remember every single month of the Fortnite seasons from Chapter 2, Season 5 to Chapter 3, Season 4. Sad. That is depressing. That's so crazy. But yeah, I remember every single month in those seasons. Fun fact. Not really fun, though. Like every hour ago. Indeed. Vlog every day. Try. I'll try and vlog every day. Maybe I won't. Maybe this will be some days where I'm with family or I'm at a family reunion. That's the same thing. I'm stupid. Maybe I'll be smarter by the end of this plan. But, yeah, like if I'm with cousins or if I'm with family friends or on a camping trip, maybe I can't. Okay. Normalize royal punishment. A, B, C, D, E. Use royal punishment always. Obviously, when I'm off camera, I'll elaborate on this plan. I'll make it all connect with each other, and I'll add it into my everyday life. But right now, I'm just like setting up the blueprints. I'm like Warner Von Braun. Building the V2 rocket right now. You know, the blueprints. I'm not actually building the thing. And once you build it, you know better than ever how to like make it work. Like the blueprints won't be the solution. A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and M. Okay, this Hollywood, bro. Cursed it is. Okay. Yeah, write every day. I'm actually gonna put a symbol, this symbol, and then, I don't know if you know what that symbol is, but every single time it says royal punishment, I'll put that flag on there, just to see if I don't do it, it's royal punishment. And that's probably going to be on literally everything. Now I have a symbol for the King's Command. It's an easy symbol too. And it's not cringe, it's actually a really cool symbol. Learn cursive. I do need to learn cursive. And there's like, look. Thing is, when you plan, you never want to go with high apples right away. You go with low apples because one thing I know from 2023 and less from 2023, more from 2024. 2024, I had 0 low apples on the tree. If you only put high apples on the tree, you're never gonna get them. And 2024, I kind of went crazy. Especially in the first half of 2024, I kind of went crazy because I wasn't executing like I wanted to, and I was like, these plans are impossible. Start with low branches. It's the low branches that get you to the higher ones. Don't just focus on, I'm gonna become a millionaire in a week. It's like, dude, you gotta go to the low branches first. Get your body in order. Get your brain in order. Know how to present yourself. figure out how to start a conversation in thin air, even that when there's nothing to talk about. Like, there's low branches too. And I get it. I suck at conversations. I suck at videoing. There's still some things I suck at. And I could work on it for months, but sometimes I still will not be good. I'll still suck. My body language, how my face moves, I'll still suck. You can Aikido it. How like Andrew Tate does it. He does it super fast and he calculates all his fucking shit. He does it in like every single one of his videos. He does his Aikido move. But like, even if you have a mistake, make it to your advantage. So yeah. G. Okay. Review 2 times a day. G will be check plans 2 times a day. Times a day. A, B, G, H. Then I'll put an I. Okay, H will be grand battle plan. Monitor 4-year plan. Four-year plan. Every Sunday. And I learn how to glorify God. Okay, boom. That's number 1. I'm gonna read out number 1. Every hour of my life must be documented, whether on camera or on paper. Use calendar to dictate my day. Every hour go to a plan of mine aligned with God. How? Royal punishment. 1 push-up for every minute unseen. I must video and write every single day. Review plans 2 times a day, if not 50 squats. Heavenly grand battle plan for life, interconnected with the plan to glorify God. 1. I get capital punishment. I'll just say cap every single time. It's not. Learn cursive, cap. Learn daily and weekly grand battle plans and tactics. Have King's command in my mind. Practice 1 hard thing to do every day, cap. Vlog every day, or at least try to, cap. Use royal punishment always, cap. That doesn't really make sense. Write every day, cap. Okay, with number 2. The card is full, so a little bit of delay right there. I'm super tired. Doesn't matter though, because this is very important. So number 1, I had done. I just explained everything I do for number 1. So number one is every hour used like troops in God. Troops. God in all plans, in thought and in action. I think I nailed that pretty well. Where did my pencil go? I don't know. Oh, mine's on the floor. And one sec. Boom. Okay. So, number 2 is have enough money to raise a family. Okay, this one's very complicated. Now I'm gonna need the internet to help me with this, but I think with paper I could still do something. I need enough money to support a family. And that's a lot of money. Knowing our economy is terrible, that's gonna be very hard with our horrible economy. And the time of economic collapse could happen. Very much could happen. There's so many problems in the world that can devastate. So, yeah. Every sign of a collapsing society and a collapsing economy is here right now. So, or it's just here to scare us. Who knows? If you read a newspaper from the 1980s, it seems like the world's collapsing, but the world seems like it's collapsing more than ever. And that is truth. I scratched my hair. Okay, have enough money to support to raise a family. By the time I'm 20. Okay. Okay, so I don't know how to let's say $100,000 a year. So that's safe. I'd say $100,000 a year. Well, that's a lot of money. And I know there's people who raise families off of $50 a year, but if you adjust it for like our day and age, wow. Like I don't know how to explain it, but you need so much money. No, let's actually raise that number. Because when you think of a family, you think 1960s family, white picket fence, swimming pool. If you want to raise a family with a house and a swimming pool, you need I'm not even going to do $100,000. You need $200,000 a year. So, $200,000 a year by the time I'm 20. Because the economy is so shit. And I intended not having one kid. And I think that's $200,000 a year is safe. Okay. I will have enough money not to care about saving money. Money enough for a house, plus to travel the world. If needed, and for fun activities with kids and wife. Things which I'll probably never do with kids or wife. And do very fun, like be able to have freedom, be able to have freedom, geographically house-wise. I mean, I know I'm not gonna get a mansion, I'm not gonna get a yacht, and maybe there will be some things I can't afford. Like, but I'm not talking about being rich. Even though $200,000 a year is a shit ton. Like, you know, a Lamborghini is more than that. Not rich. Because $200,000 a year nowadays, since everything's so expensive, is not rich, but good to live with. And be free. I would say $200,000 a year is enough money to be free. I would safely say that. So, obviously money is very complicated, and I like to say I know a lot about it. I'm gonna get some very vague plans. These plans will be very vague because it's not easy. Money is very complicated, and you need the internet's help. You need the internet's help to be a catalyst of information. I'm gonna check if the video is still going, because I don't want the half the video to go. I've said that like 20 times, but yeah. Yeah, use this paper to get there. Do. Okay. So. Four-year plan. Okay. For 2, A will be making a tree of objectives. Read your next 5 moves. BPD. Plus 33. And one more book on... I have 2 of those books. And one more book on money. I've already talked to a millionaire in person, by the way. He told me to do 3 things. Work hard, invest, and don't spend stupid shit. Those are 3 things the millionaire told me. Me and this millionaire, we met up and we had a conversation for about 5 minutes. But yeah, I was like a statue, like I was shitting myself. But this guy had a Lambo, and I was talking to him. Yeah, it's insane. I was actually a person of caliber to talk to a millionaire. And it was only, I think it was 2 weeks ago too, so I'm a person of caliber who could talk to a millionaire for 5 minutes. Yeah, but he told me all about those 3 things: investing, working hard. Invest, work hard, and don't spend money on stupid shit. He had the same bike for 40 years, he said. And yeah, he gave me super good lessons. Many lessons I'd heard before from books. All the lessons, everything he told me, I had heard it all before, but it was different because he was actually talking to me. And it hit differently because I was in person to person, like, with somebody who had actually done it. Who had actually made it to outside the road of success. Made it across the road of success. And yeah, it was very cool. I'll have enough money not to care about saving money. Okay, that's very good. But killer working area. Killer work area. Check on it every Sunday. The tree of objectives will be the most important thing in becoming rich, because becoming rich you can't really plan for. You can't plan to become rich. It's something you gotta do in the action. I'm trying to write the royal punishment symbol. Boom. Royal punishment symbol. If you're pretty stupid, it's kinda hard. And D will be killer work. Check on it every Sunday. Check my work area every Sunday. And yeah, what's up? Freedom Geography. Okay, do something fun with wife and kids. Every time 1 month, do something fun. Per month, do something fun. A, B, C, D, E. I mean, I do some fun stuff, but not enough. I'm too much in that work mode. I literally, the times I have fun, I think in 2025 I made a promise to myself, I'll do something fun 1 time a month. And it's worked actually really well. Because I think I've done something fun every single month. Like in January I went rock climbing, February I went skating, March I went mountain biking, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, March I did go mountain biking. In April I went swimming. Like shit like that. Yeah, it's stuff like that. Like, I can't really remember what I did every month, but you know what I mean. Be able to have freedom geographically. Plan round world. Maybe. Um. Don't worry. Have enough not to worry. Have enough not to be in survival state. Okay. I have to document my energy levels every Sunday. It's actually a very recommended thing to do that. That's number 2 done. I'm gonna reset the camera. And then I'm gonna get my capital punishments. I'm gonna put all my capital punishments on there too. I might have to get my phone to shoot some footage here. My camera, holy. I mean, I didn't get a video camera. It's a photo camera. It's meant for photos. Okay, so number 3 is live in Dubai or Russia, a good country. So four-year plan part 3. Oh, whoa, my head. Okay, focus. Every hour. Okay. Live in Dubai or Russia, such a good country. This also means atmosphere and that just the environment I'm in. I'm gonna tell myself to make a tree about this. I know some stuff about atmosphere and good workspaces, but three. I made 2. Okay. This might take a while. Live in a good country. Dubai or Russia? Or wherever. Have a great atmosphere. Yes. Have a great atmosphere. Good village. Christians are some spiritual people around. Good church. Good church. And good village. Christians, good people around. Have a good church. Somewhere my kids can or good for my kids. Somewhere good for my kids. And also on top of somewhere good for my kids. My kids, good architecture. And low crime. I can walk in the streets at night. No. I can walk the streets at night, no problem. Another place I want to live, a place where men are strong, but respectful. And women are and trustworthy. Okay. For number 3. Okay. For your plan 3. Number A will be make a tree about my dream house. Make a fantasy about my dream house and neighborhood. Dream about my dream house and neighborhood. To detail. B will be safe from crime. Thank you. Live in a good country. Good religious people. For C, we're gonna do what? Okay, for C, good area to live. Keep up with the world. And D will be add to the plan constantly. And no foreign people. I mean no foreign people and no foreign people. In a way that it's like, you gotta know who the people are, but who foreign people are, but also we do not want to have foreign people over there. Okay, number 4 is find a friend group of killers. This is inner circle. Circle can be added on friends who have their own plan in life. Their own plan in life. Have their own plan in life and can help each other out with our plans. And same vision for success. To live together. Competitive environment inside the house. In the house, each have our own skills. Each benefit off our own skills. And then have an organization. I'll plan for that one later. I'll make a separate paper for that one later. Okay, so 5 is ready to advocate at any given moment. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'll skip that one. I'll just go to 6. Get married. Probably. No, I'll skip to the next one. There's not shit I would want to show on the internet. There's stuff you show on the internet, and you have to be responsible on the internet. Like, there's a line, honestly. You can't go. When it comes to the internet, there's a line. You can't just, like, you know, crossing the line. It's not like messing with a teacher where you cross the line and you get away with it 20,000 times, and to the point where you realize, don't cross the line. You don't even realize there's a line, because there's probably none. But with the internet, when somebody says don't cross the line, if you cross that line, the effects are permanent. And with the internet, it's very hard. It's a very hard thing to get grum off of your name. If you say something bad at any given moment, and you forget about that bad thing you said, that's grum. That's like plaque against you. So I'm not gonna talk about kids are getting married. 7. I'll skip to 7. Complete self-autonomy. I'll update this plan. I'm gonna end this video pretty soon. Own food source. Make it so if all collapsed, I would survive. Make it so if everything collapsed, I would survive. No processed food. No processed food. All natural everything. That's 7. For 8. I'll expand on this plan, but it's getting to nighttime, and we kind of got to continue this later tomorrow. Maybe in every single vlog I'll add on that 4 years plan. But yeah, it's emerging, definitely. And maybe by the end of tomorrow or the end of Wednesday, I'll have this plan all figured out. I'll have to put this footage all together too tomorrow, because my Wi-Fi, I have something where the Wi-Fi is locked. Okay, 100,000 followers on the internet. Okay, post every day. Use innovation. I'm kind of just making an outline. The 1, 2, 3, and 3, use every hour like a weapon, enough money to raise a family, live in Dubai and Russia. I have the outlines of those, but I'm kind of just making a outline for this. Kind of like the foundation of the building. Just so I could build the building. I could build and make the blueprint. And I'm making the blueprints part of executing a plan too. Be able to affect then number 9 will be able to affect politics. And I'll add more, obviously. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But maybe I'll have 20 things that I want by 2029. Every single vlog, I'll put this in every single vlog. For a video on this. Be able to affect politics. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole video. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing tomorrow to edit this video, and I have another surprise video tomorrow of just footage that wasn't seen from the last video, from the vlog from Thursday. So yeah, that's about it. I filmed this video there'll be like 10 videos in one. I don't know if my camera's gonna handle it. I don't know if my computer's gonna handle it. My computer could barely handle last video, so yeah. 3 hours, I figured out, is like the cap. It's like where it really starts to get shitty. Like, that's like the cap for the videos I can make. But yeah, I won't really be making much videos longer than 3 hours. But if it's like 4 hours or like 5 hours, I'm gonna have to, make a part 2 or something, just so you know. The surprise video will be pretty short. It's just missing footage from other videos that I might be able to scram up. But yeah, have a good day. Last couple days have been very sick. Like, very, very sick. Not good. I'll be back tomorrow. Make another vlog tomorrow. I hope it's a very good vlog. I'll be at class. I'll be at class and I'll be at catechism, so I have a lot of content to film. And I have the 4 years plan. Bye. Hello vlog. Okay, today I'll get back to you later. Today I'm gonna drink 1 liter of water, which I did already. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups. Then I'm gonna keep on vlogging, have breakfast. It's 9 o'clock right now. I gotta be work at 10 o'clock. So I gotta film some footage, have breakfast, work out a little bit, and yeah, hopefully I can get that done in an hour. Bye. I'll explain why I haven't uploaded in a while, and I'll explain what the future holds for me. I have a whole bunch of loose footage that I filmed, but it doesn't really come together, so I just make a slop video of all the unfinished footage I filmed. All sloppiness. What up? Hi. It's the morning right now. It's about 8:30. I gotta go to work soon. And I just decided I want to talk for a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but something called the 4-year plan in my life. And I'm starting the construction. Oh, I've been constructing it for a while, but the construction is in the process. I think it'll take like a 1-week process to construct the entire plan. But there's no end objective necessarily. I have 9 end objectives to make enough money to support a family, which is $200,000 a year by the time I'm 20. Have make $200,000 a year. Move somewhere outside of Canada, wherever that might be. Also, be insanely disciplined, use like my hours like soldiers, and document everything, like learn cursive. I'll show you the plan later. But I'm starting this 4-year plan because every other plan I've had, I've half executed. I don't execute my plans 100% all the time. So I was gonna plan better this time. And a lot of times when I plan, I normally just think I'm just gonna execute it all right away. And I think I'm just gonna go for the big ones right away, but it never happens. You have to go for the small stuff first before you get to big stuff. You can't put a tree seed inside of a garden, and you can't put a garden seed inside of a forest. Neither are gonna grow to where you want it. So I need to. The main objective for like bettering my master planning is, growing, like taking the early time to grow something. And the starting is always the hardest part. That's why not much people really start. They say they're gonna start, but they don't. Starting is the hardest part. And it's not gonna be easy. I'll show you the plan. But I hope to be, by the time I'm 20, I hope to be rich. And have a family by the time I'm 20. Those are like the 2 main objectives. But there's many things I have to do in the process. Getting rich is not easy. And raising a family is not easy either. Moving outside of Canada, there's a whole bunch of factors to that. Maybe I'll move to Dubai. Who knows? Who knows how rich I'll get? $200,000 a year is just a vague goal. I'm not actually trying to get there. I just want to get into a general area of where that is as soon as possible. That's why I say $200,000 a year, because that's a lot of money. That's enough to live a comfortable life. You can live comfortably off that amount of money. Like, you could rent out a house. I could live in a house. If I had that money, I could live in a house. I could have a nice car. Yeah. Enough money to be comfortable in. So I know I'll never be poor again. And I think $200,000 a year is enough to secure that. But yeah, it's gonna be very hard. Especially with all like the school stuff and government stuff, like government ID they're gonna roll out. No way I'm getting that. Not a chance. Government ID is the worst thing ever. It's how you enslave yourself. I'm gonna try not to get that. Will be tough. Any vaccine they give me, that'll be hard. But yeah, I think staying in Canada is gonna be a horrible decision, knowing the tyranny that Canada is under. It's an authoritarian government. Not in a good way. We have an evil dictatorship under the satanic elite. And yeah, We have a dictatorship under a satanic elite. And that's some of the worst you could get. The Canada we once knew is now turning into the Soviet Union very fast. We are leaving Canada is the best move because nothing's gonna happen. It's not like there's gonna be zero civil war. People care about Canada, but they don't care enough because all national pride has been destroyed. They don't care enough. Nobody loves their country enough to start a civil war because all national pride has been destroyed. When you have zero national pride, your nation can get absolutely fucked, and nobody will give a shit. That's what happens when you have zero national pride. It's a terrible thing, but leaving Canada is the best move. And I think heading to Eastern Europe or the Middle East, well, not the Middle East, but like Qatar, Kuwait, and Dubai in Saudi Arabia area, I think that's the safest move. Obviously don't go to like the other parts of the Middle East. I mean, the Middle East is not generally a safe area, it's very unstable. Just like the Balkans too, the Balkans are very unstable. A lot of wars happen over there, and a lot of border disputes too. And the local people hate each other. But I think Saudi Arabia and United Emirates are the safest area in the world where we won't be under the tyranny. Where they have zero taxes, and there's a lot of freedom there too. I mean, I don't wanna disrespect Islam. I don't wanna disrespect Islam. So yeah, like you might say, well, you can't listen to Islamic culture. That makes sense, because in Canada, you should have to listen to Leviticus and Numbers. They impose their religion as the book of law, and I think that's a good thing. The world needs more of that. And I respect it's not too much different from the Christian law, so it'll be very easy for me to obey their laws, because I won't want to break any of them. But I don't want my woman to wear a bikini in public. She's gonna wear a dress in public. She's gonna wear a dress in public. And a dress when she goes swimming. Like, there's gonna be no bikinis. I don't want my woman wearing a bikini, having 20 other guys stare at her. I can't believe guys walk around with their girlfriends and their girlfriends have bikinis on. Dude, like, 20 other guys are looking at her. Like, dude, that girl now has zero value. They don't realize that the girl has zero value to him. Yeah, I don't want to break Islamic law. I don't have any desire to. Like, I think Eastern Europe is such a poor area of the world, such a forgotten area of the world, that I think that's the reason why it's safe. But I think at the end of the day, all the rich people are gonna be in Dubai. All the rich people are gonna dodge the digital ID. All the rich people are gonna have zero taxes. All the rich people are gonna have houses in Dubai. I think Dubai is the area of the future where kind of like where the Soviet Union, kind of like in the Soviet Union. I'm gonna reference the Soviet Union a lot because it reflects our modern day world perfect. But in the Soviet Union, there are areas inside the Soviet Union where the elites lived, where they had their little hideouts and glamorous stuff. Like Kim Jong-un, he has some resorts inside of North Korea with all the North Korean elites who run North Korea, and they have this special area closed off to the public. And the world, that's gonna be Dubai. Like Stalin probably had a villa too, where he lived in luxury with all the Soviet generals when war wasn't happening. But yeah, Dubai is gonna be that place where, outside of the peasants are not gonna live in Dubai, but the elites will live in Dubai. and that's going to be a safe haven for the digital ID, safe haven from exploiting taxes, safe haven from taxes too, and safe haven for like personal identity and stuff like that. I got a lot to do. Staying in Canada, staying in the position I am is gonna destroy me, and I'm gonna be an economically exploited cow if I stay in Canada. Just like all the other Canadians, they work a job, they work their ass off, and they get absolutely nothing for it. They work a job for 5 years, and yet they have zero money saved up because they're being exploited. We're being economically exploited. We pay 45% taxes, along with like 30 other taxes, and we don't get any social programs. Our cities look like shit. Everything looks like shit. At least in communism, they gave you a home in communism for paying 40% taxes. You got a house, you got hockey sticks and shit, you got everything to live under communism when they had 40% taxes, but when we have 40% taxes, it all just goes to a bunch of rich people and it funds a foreign war killing other people. Or Trudeau or Mark Carney sends billions to Ukraine while our own country collapses, and they bring billions to immigrants who didn't do anything to get here, who don't even speak English, who don't work a job. Well, and then they just give billions to those people who do nothing. They're basically just consumers doing nothing. The only consumers who do nothing are beautiful women, I mean beautiful women, not just women, beautiful women, and children, because they can't work. But yeah, that's the thing. It's a massive problem. But that Canada will never fix, and the Canadian government doesn't care. They have zero desire to fix any problem. They want their country to collapse. They want it to turn third world. That's why I'm leaving. I don't want to live in a third world country. What was I talking about? The video ended. But yeah, democracy is not democracy, it's just a polite dictatorship, and I don't trust in democracy. Well, Canada went from a democratic, free, capitalist country where anybody could make it to a tyrannic state run by a government that wants its own destruction. And every sign of tyranny is here. The first thing they do is control speech. And they're controlling speech right now. There's no free speech online. The AI bans anything it doesn't like. People like Nick Fuentes are instantly banned within 12 hours of creating a YouTube channel. People like Andrew Tate too. He didn't say nothing wrong. Everyone calls him a misogynist. Well, putting him out of context and completely don't know anything he actually says. People, like the Canada passed a bill where it's like, you can go to jail if you misgender somebody. It's control of speech first thing. And they don't want us owning anything. All the old people are gonna give their houses to BlackRock because it's the only one buying. Who else is buying a house? Nobody. Ain't nobody buying a house anymore. Because the only people who own a house, who own any property now, are old people. Boomers and Gen X. Boomers and Gen X are the only ones who own a home. BlackRock already owns 90% of houses everywhere. In Canada and the United States. Everyone's just going to be renting from them, and they're the ones jacking up they're the ones who also started the 2008 financial crisis. but they're the ones jacking up the housing market. It's terrible. But yeah, the 4-year plan is to get out of the world. It's mainly to get out of the world within 4 years. To get rich within 4 years. To get married within 4 years. And to completely be self-autonomous in 4 years. So nothing can stop me from getting food, water, and shelter. Nothing will stop me from having food, water, and shelter. And yeah, first step is to get rich. And to get myself together, so I'm the type of guy a woman wants. And also get rich, so I can escape the world. You escape the world through money, truly. That's a very true thing. But yeah, I gotta go to work. So yeah, I think I'm already gonna be late. So yeah, I'll show you more about the plan later, and the first baby steps to get there. Okay. from 7 to 8. Left at 7:30, getting back at 8:30. I drove all the way over here. I can't vlog for a very long time. But yeah, I ended up watching Nick Fientas for like 30 minutes. Get back to you later. Yo! Sorry, my bad. Okay. Hello everyone. Oh shit, there's that thing in the way. Okay. Hello everyone. This is a practice shot. How is that? Hello everyone. Hi. It's like a really cool video style. I heard a quote from Marcus Aurelius saying, it's how to offend a strong man, you have to tell him a lie, and to offend a weak man, you need to tell him the truth. With a weak man, you offend a weak man by saying all his addictions, like he watches like porn, he does drugs, he plays too much video games. That's how you piss off a weak person. You tell them the truth. And if you want to piss off a strong person, there's a bee right in front of the camera. But if you want to piss off a strong person, you tell them a lie about himself that he doesn't know. I think a majority of people are the weak person who denies the truth for a comfortable lie, because weak people mainly want comfort. Well, comfort is why somebody is weak. The Spartans were never comfortable, and that's why they were such strong men. That's why so much women wanted the Spartans. Same with the SS. All the women wanted to date the SS soldiers because they had went through all that suffering required to be great. The only way to piss off a Spartan is to tell him a lie. Spartans don't fall for lies because they know the truth within themselves. If you're not a Spartan or not an SS, let's say you're in the Wehrmacht, you're not strong. You're weak, and you don't want to fight, and you don't kill people, and you don't shoot at anybody. Well, telling somebody the truth is almost never good, because it's a good thing in the eyes of God. Telling the truth in the eyes of God is always a good thing, but telling the truth in the eyes of a weak man never works. Tell a porn addict that he's addicted to porn and he should get off of it. It'll never work. Marcus Aurelius is completely right about that. Because weak people are so vulnerable. Weak people are so comfortable within themselves. They want to live life so comfortably that they would rather believe in Satan. They'd rather believe in a lie that makes them feel comfortable rather than the truth that makes them brave and inspires courage inside of them. Hi. I'm filming a video. But a Spartan soldier, telling him the truth would never be a bad thing. It's only a man who is weak who would get offended by the truth. Plato. What did Plato's made so much good insights on the world. Oh, what do I classify as a powerful person? Well, there's a difference between power and communicating power. I think communicating power is somebody who walks with self-control. I think communicating power is somebody who looks straight into people's eyes, not their forehead. And their eyes are above their forehead, and looks at them with a little squint. Kind of like looks at you with a hard face. I think that's how you communicate power. Don't move your body too much. Power doesn't move its body. Power is self-control. A lot of the times. To communicate power, you have to have a good body. Nobody respects somebody who's fat. Nobody respects somebody who doesn't have a six-pack or something close to it. You have to be in shape. Don't talk to people very fast. Say and calculate your words. Calculating what one can say communicates a lot of power. But what's actually powerful is ultimately self-control and self-discipline. Self-discipline is communicating to some. What self-discipline communicates to especially women. When a woman sees a self-disciplined man, it's a lot of power because she can't manipulate a man with self-control. Anyone with self-control doesn't fall for any comfort. People with self-control don't fall for attraction. Women are useless. Women are so helpless in the face of self-control. Because they rely on men to not have self-control to go to them. And then all of a sudden, the self-controlled man becomes the prize instead of the woman. And now they're in a beautiful power struggle. And I mean beautiful because it's very good when both sides try to benefit each other. That's the whole point of a relationship. And what else is powerful? Well, powerful is influencing other people through calculated decisions. People are very easily manipulated in the face of power and in the face of self-controlledness. Well, people are controlled by comfort. They're ultimately controlled by comfort. If you can offer comfort, the whole world is under your fingertips. Once you have the hands of comfort, the power becomes an impenetrable force because everybody is weak and everybody wants comfort. This is just gonna be in my random video. I didn't really plan to make a video today. I'll start trying to make videos every single day with my entire day. It's Wednesday today, going to science. Went to PE already. I'll talk more about my day later because my day is not done. Oh. I'm covered in grass.